pages of ancient history hold many mysteries, but some stories are so profound and unsolved that they pique our curiosity even today. This is the story of a brave freedom fighter whose life is as heroic as his death is shrouded in mystery. In August 1945, Japan reported that Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose died in a terrible plane crash? Or was his death a staged drama, which is still shrouded in history? In this video, we will know the most mysterious story of Netaji's life and death in India, one of the great mysteries. This story of courage, strategy, and heroism will leave you stunned. The life and unsolved death of an indomitable leader will unfold before your eyes. Subhas Chandra Bose, a name that echoes through the corridors of India's tumultuous fight for freedom, is still shrouded in mystery. Born in 1897, this enigmatic leader, often called Netaji, dedicated his life to India's independence. But, like many great men, his end is riddled with unanswered questions. Did Bose truly perish in a plane crash in 1945? Or did he vanish into the shadows, plotting his return? Born into a wealthy family on January 23, 1897, Subhas was one of 14 children. From a young age, he was passionate about India's independence, a flame that burned brighter after a violent encounter with a British professor who insulted his country. Bose was expelled from school, but went on to graduate with a degree in philosophy. His mind was as sharp as his spirit was rebellious. Bose's involvement with the Indian National Congress deepened his commitment to freedom, but his radical methods put him at odds with the Congress leadership, especially Mahatma Gandhi. In 1940, after being imprisoned multiple times by the British, he escaped house arrest in a daring plan, disguised as a Muslim. His destination, Berlin, Germany. From India to Afghanistan, Bose maneuvered through dangerous territories. With an Italian passport and the help of Axis diplomats, he eventually made it to Berlin, where he found unexpected allies. There, he forged an army of Indian soldiers and prisoners of war, all united under the banner of defeating the British. In Berlin, Bose met with Heinrich Himmler and even Adolf Hitler himself. Though the Nazi leader entertained the idea of an Indian uprising, many suspected that Bose was simply a pawn in Hitler's grand scheme. Nevertheless, Bose gathered 3,000 soldiers, the Free India Legion, ready to fight for India's freedom. As the tides of war turned against Germany, Bose set his sights on Japan, where another opportunity awaited. The Indian National Army, INA, was being formed, and Bose quickly became its leader. His speeches echoed through the hearts of thousands of soldiers, rallying them with promises of hunger, pain, and death, but also of freedom. On August 18, 1945, just days after Japan's surrender, Bose boarded a plane in Taiwan. It is said that the plane crashed during takeoff, and Bose died of fatal burns. His ashes were reportedly taken to a temple in Japan. Yet, from the moment his death was reported, doubts arose. Was this a true accident or a cleverly orchestrated disappearance? Did Bose fake his death and escape to the Soviet Union, waiting for the perfect time to return? Or was he captured by the Soviets, living out his days in secrecy? We may never know the truth. What we do know is that Bose's dream of a free India became a reality just 2 years after his supposed death. Subhas Chandra Bose remains a hero in India, his spirit still inspiring countless people. But the mystery of his disappearance lingers like a shadow over his legacy. Perhaps that is fitting for a man who lived in defiance of convention, always one step ahead of his enemies. The escape of Subhas Chandra Bose was nothing short of cinematic. Disguised as a humble Muslim, he moved through British-occupied territories, slipping through the cracks of a watchful empire. Each step was filled with peril, yet Bose moved with calculated confidence. His ultimate goal, Berlin, seemed closer with every passing mile. BY 1941, Bose had made it to Berlin, where he rallied support among Indian soldiers who had been captured by the Axis forces. His speeches were electrifying, his vision clear. These soldiers would form the Free India, Legion and fight alongside the Axis to drive the British from their homeland. Bose's plan was audacious, and the Legion swore their loyalty to both him and Adolf Hitler. In 1943, Bose set sail for Japan, this time on a German submarine. His journey was dangerous, with the waters patrolled by Allied forces. But Bose had always lived dangerously. Transferring to a Japanese sub in Madagascar, he continued his voyage to the east, where the next chapter of his mission awaited. Once in Japan, Bose took control of the Indian National Army. His speeches were as stirring as ever, promising nothing but sacrifice for the sake of freedom. Despite the growing strength of Allied forces, Bose remained resolute. His men, inspired by his words, stood ready to fight, no matter the cost. The official report stated that Bose died in a plane crash on August 18, 1945, during takeoff in Taiwan. However, the circumstances surrounding his death were suspicious. Witnesses claimed to have seen him, badly burned, moments before the crash. But why were no photographs taken? Why did the Japanese cremate his body so quickly? The lack of solid evidence fueled rumors that Bose had staged his death. Rumors quickly spread that Bose had faked his death and fled to the Soviet Union. Some even claimed that he had been seen alive in Russian territory, where he sought asylum. The question remains, did Bose survive, only to live in exile? Or was he captured by the Soviets, left to languish in a prison far from home? As the years passed, the mystery surrounding Bose's fate only deepened. For many, he became more than just a hero. He became a legend, a man who had outwitted both the British and history itself. To this day, people continue to search for answers, but the truth remains elusive. Perhaps, like all great mysteries, it was meant to be unsolved. In today's video, I tried to unravel the mystery of Netaji, Subhas Chandra Bose's life and death. But the questions still remain unsolved. What do you think? Did Netaji really die? Or was he alive? Don't forget to let us know your opinion. Write in the comments below what do you think? And if you like the video, be sure to give a like. To discover more such great history stories and mysteries, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you never miss an update on our new videos. See you again soon for a new mystery. Remember, behind every story in history lies a strange truth.